For the visual model that I am focusing on is area model. I am using the number in base 10 standard number 5 for 4th grade, and it states that students will be able to multiply a whole number of up to 4 digits by a 1-digit whole number and multiply two 2-digit numbers. They will be able to do this by using strategies based on place value and the properties of operations. They will also be able to illustrate and explain the calculation by using equations, rectangular arrays, and/or area models. I will specifically be focusing on letting students see how to visually do it with the area model and also the standard algorithm. Okay, boys and girls, today we will be learning how to multiply bigger numbers. So now we're going to be focusing on up to 4-digit by a 1-digit whole number and also multiplying 2 digits by a 2-digit number. You will be able to explain the calculation by using equations and/or area models by the end of this video. You're probably wondering, why is it important to be able to multiply? Well, you will encounter many real-world problems, and it's going to make everything easier for you. If you encounter, for example, a 3-digit number in the hundreds and you have to multiply it times 6 or add it 6 times, it will take a lot longer to add them 6 times instead of just multiplying it by 6. So learning how to multiply these numbers will help you in the future and make your life easier by saving up time. Okay, so the learning goal for today is you will be able to use area models and the standard algorithm to multiply. Here are 2 examples of the types of problems you will be learning. A up to 4-digit, in this case it's a 3-digit by a 1-digit. This is what the area model will look like, and this is what it will look like when you have the partial products and you add them in the standard algorithm. And the other number will be a 2-digit by a 2-digit. The area model changes a little bit since we have 2 digits. Now we're going to have 2 by 2. And this is the standard algorithm with partial products. Okay, so some prior knowledge you need to remember that you've worked on in 3rd grade is you worked with multiplying a single-digit factor times a multiple of 10. So a single-digit factor is a number you will multiply to get a product, which is, the example here is 2, times a multiple of 10. So multiples of 10 will be the answers of the 10 timetables. So for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. So 2 times 20 is 40. And also you need to remember the place value of the digits. So for example, the 8 represents the ones, 8 ones. The 3 is the tens, 3 tens is 30. And the 2 is the hundreds, so 2 hundreds. Okay, expectations while you watch this video. You need to have your notebook and your pencil ready to write down any notes or anything that will remind you of how to do these problems. You need your multiplication chart. If you still don't know your math facts by memory, take that out. It will make everything easier. And also you need your whiteboard and your erase markers so you could practice different problems. You may also take out your place value chart if you feel more comfortable using the discs to do it that way. Remember, you can pause the video or go back and revisit it in any parts that you need to do again. Okay, so let's practice a real world problem. There are 256 markers in each box. How many markers will there be in 3 boxes? Okay, so we need to know how many will be in 3. We need to multiply times 3. So you could actually add it 3 times, or something faster is multiplying by 3. So we're going to break down our 3-digit number by each digit value. 3 times 2, 200 is going to be 600. The 3 boxes times the 5 tens or 50 will be 150. And 3 times the 6 ones will be 18. When you add it all together, It is easier to do it mentally with the area model. So 600 plus 150 is 750, and then plus 18 more will be 768. When you do the partial products in the standard algorithm, it's the same thing, just lining them up. So the 3 times 6 is 18 right here. Then we're going to go 3 times 5 tens, or 50, will be 150. And 3 times 2 hundreds will be 600. When you add them up, remember to line them up correctly so that you have a correct sum. So 800 is 8 ones, 1 10 and 5 tens will be 6 tens, and 100 and 600 will be 700. Your answer is 768. If you feel more comfortable using the discs, take out the place value chart, and you will draw the 6 ones 3 times for the 3 boxes. So here's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Then you will have discs for the tens, 5 tens, 3 times for the 3 boxes, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And 2 discs in the hundreds for the 200s, 3 times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Remember to regroup every time you have 10. You need to bundle it up and move it to the left to the next place value chart. So for example, right here, I would have 18 ones. I can regroup 10 and move it over. And then I would have 16, so I would regroup 10 and move it over. So I would be left with 700s. I would have 6 tens and 8 ones. And your total would be 768. Let's do one more. Okay, so this one, it's going to be a 2-digit times a 2-digit. Johnny made $15 each week for doing his chores. How much money would he have if he saves up his earnings for 22 weeks? So what do we need to do? We need to multiply his $15 that he gets a week times 22 weeks. 15 times 22. To do it in the area model, now it's going to be a little different since we don't have a 1-digit times a 2 or 3-digit. We have 2 times 2. We need to have 2 and 2. So in 15, how many tens do we have? We have 10, 1 10, so it equals 10, and then 5 ones. And for 22, how many tens? We have 2, which is 20, and how many ones? 2. So we're just going to cross multiply again. 10 times 20 is 200. 20 times 5 is 100. Then we have 10 times 2 is 20, and 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, when we're going to do it in the standard algorithm, we're going to add our partial products, which are the same 4 that we have over here. 2 ones times 5 ones is 10. And then 2 ones times 1 10 is 20. Then we move over to the tens. 2 tens times 5 ones will be 100. And 2 tens times 1 10 will be 200. Remember to line them up correctly so you have the correct answer. So we have 0. 1 and 2 tens is 3 tens, 30. And 100 plus 200 is 300. Your answer is $330. Johnny will have $330. Good luck trying it by yourself.